Hello, it's Tuesday, May 7th, and as I described last week, I'm creating a video for you to help you to start the pilot, to see what the requirements are in the classroom, to see what the expectations are of you as the PD provider. I hope you find this to be very helpful. I'm choosing to not record my face this time because I'm having trouble syncing what you see to what you hear, and I don't want to deal with that right now. So, first piece is that we're going to address is what the requirements are in the classroom. What kind of technology do you need? What's the setting? We have a document on our website. If you go to the home page under product and product program structure, you get to this pretty extensive document. It begins with what you see on the left side of the screen here, and it goes on to lots of content. The beginning discussion regards the three components of what we call the lesson sequence, which is a lesson that might last 40, 60 minutes. And it starts with a lesson opener, it goes on to a guided lesson, and then it concludes with a lesson closer. And the main thing that you're doing in this pilot is getting teachers to do this one time or more. It's this exact sequence that we're talking about. The opener is going to be teacher facilitated. They're going to use some front of the room technology. It can be a whiteboard, any interactive whiteboard, or a not interactive whiteboard where they're just projecting a screen. But they got to be able to use a computer in front of the class and show the image. And an interactive whiteboard is a great way to do it. That's going to go for 10, 15 minutes. Then there'll be a guided lesson, and 8 to 15 minutes can be a little longer if you want it to be. Here the student's going to use individual computing tools. They're going to use a computer or a laptop or an iPad, and they can do it in a lab with a laptop cart. They can have iPads in the room. The teacher's going to be actively engaged in something that we call adaptive teaching, which I'll discuss on the next slide. And then that's going to go on, as I say, for typically 8 to 15 minutes. And then there'll be a lesson closer, which is essentially the same setup as the opener, the front of the room technology. 5 minutes, 10 minutes long, something like that. So that whole sequence is in the range of 40 minutes. And then if you have a longer class period, check that page on the website. You'll see what the ideas are there. Adaptive teaching is a process where if a student is not able to succeed in a skills check, they're going to receive built-in remedial support. Teacher moves around the room pretty quickly. When a student fails a skills check, they raise their hand, and the teacher assigns one of 3 different remediation paths. So we believe in using technology to connect teachers with the students very profoundly, as opposed to the opposite where the kid's got the headphones on, the teacher's grading papers in the corner. We're way not into that. You can read about adaptive teaching on our website. You can see the path here on the slide, how you get to the adaptive teaching screen on the website. Rich classroom discussion is a big part of what we're doing. We're hosting 2 webinars on this coming up. If you went to our session at NCSM, we had an invitation event on Tuesday night. We're going to repeat the same content. So don't come again if you went there, unless you really want to. But we're going to repeat this where Mary Elizabeth Mendenhall and Connie Laughlin explain how this rich classroom discussion worked in their schools. And I've taken a screenshot, that's what you see in the corner here, of one particular part of our website. It's in the implementation part of our website, where you see what we call sticky notes. These are the notes that come up when a teacher is doing an opener or a closer, and how we can attribute those to standards of mathematical practice 1, 2, 3, 4. What do we need to think about when solving equations with unknowns? This is one of our sticky notes. Think to yourself, can we predict how many equivalent fractions there are for 1/6? So in context, these have meaning. And what we're doing is we're serving up discussion guides for teachers so that they can do an excellent job of facilitating rich classroom discussion. So you can study this on our website. And but again, this gives you a sense of what it is that we're trying to accomplish. What do we expect from you? The first thing that we expect, and it's required, is that you're going to make an introduction to the right teacher in the right district. And frankly, this alone is worth $500 to us. What you see below is content that's repeated from the last slide. So a strong teacher with access to technology, someone who cares about visual math in class discussions. And a school district that's into Common Core, either in letter or spirit. They have the right technology, they're early adopters, they're easy to work with, and their potential for a multi-campus sale. There is a business aspect of this that can't be denied. So we don't want to be in a one-room schoolhouse unless it's so special that you think we ought to be there. But really, the idea would be that we're getting something started in a place that makes sense. And look, if in your case it's not a multi-campus sale, let us know why you think it's a good place for us to work. We're open. The follow-up that you provide is really up to you. It's discretionary, voluntary. But let's just look at some examples. I would imagine you want to check in with the teacher, see how it's going, and I encourage you to be prepared to play a matchmaker role with our staff. Imagine 2 years from now this thing has really worked well, and we've got this group of professional development providers, yourself included, who are a conduit to a lot of different teachers and school districts. You got good PD and implementation contracts with those folks, and you're the ones essentially representing them to us. So you're letting us know, hey, in this school, there's some trouble with the internet connection, or this one teacher is really having trouble, and I think she needs blah, blah, blah. So you'll help us to be that conduit, and that's what you can do in this example right here. Go in and watch a lesson. Watch someone teach. That's your call. It may be beyond financially what you can afford right now with your time, given other demands. But if you can do it, that'd be great. And hey, you can even go farther, and that is provide coaching. Help prepare the teacher, troubleshoot technology issues, talk to them about productive talk moves, provide in-class or after-class coaching. Your call. We're not asking you to do it, and we're not requiring it, and we're not going to judge and say, oh, this, you're promising to do that, so we'll give you the $500, not someone else. This is purely your thing, and it might have to do with building your own business too, with that teacher, with that school, with that district. But there is another part that's required, and that is post-use reporting. We do want you to check in with the teacher that you brought to the game here, see how things went, provide feedback and recommendations. We may create a form. If we do, it'll be pretty simple. So that's it. That's the end. So I hope this has been helpful, kind of going back over the slides, talk about the classroom requirements, the program structure, this idea that the teacher's going to be involved with the kids while they're at their computers, the rich classroom discussion, how it works, and what we expect from you to introduce us to a great teacher and to follow up. So that's all, and bye.